This is Rodney Haley. I've got the pleasure to interview Phil Thomas, who is a professional communications professional. And Phil, I've got just a few questions to ask you. And the first question is, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass-mediated world, and particularly in your profession?
Okay, so since I'm a professional communicator, deal with marketing. Okay, the Medici, inside of the Renaissance, they funded some of the most famous works of art. Okay, and they did this for political reasons and gained inside their business. They had a reason for doing this, but they used art to communicate to the masses, to sell them ideas and to push their banking, okay, networking. In today's life, in the current, we have big business that does the same thing. They use art for that inside commercials, different things for branding to push ideas, services, and products.
That leads into the next question. If you can continue on that thought, because the next question is, with new communications and media technologies, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or a negative influence on the industry? And provide an example.
Okay. And I believe that it is having a positive influence on the industry. Whenever you say that a picture can be worth 1,000 words, it is evolving.
Very good, Phil. Well then, what popular images do you see that are frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry?
Currently, you see a lot of sex selling everything. And that's probably a negative effect. If we're using this type of marketing, it makes us limited in creativity. The sex is a simple act. And if all of our branding goes to this, we'll lose some of our market because we're overstimulating this one area.
Very good, Phil. Let's see now. Are there particular images that this industry has popularized and or created? I kind of get it on that just a bit.
Yeah. Some of the industries, somebody very popular right now would be the Kardashians and their sex appeal to young men inside this. But as they get older, some of that will fade, and they're going to have to rebrand themselves.
Well, Phil, let me ask you, who was one of your favorite visual artists, and or what is your favorite style of visual art?
Oh, wow. I am, well, right now, I love commercials, and I'm a big fan of commercials that use comedy to appeal to the audience. I've even started watching some of these AT&T commercials where they're famous for using kids to incorporate in these commercials, and it's something about kids saying something on TV that's attractive to people who have kids in that age demographic. Like me, I'm between that 18 and 35, and I have kids that's their age.
Very good, Phil. I've got just one last question for you, and has your knowledge of famous artwork influenced your creative process?
Absolutely. If anybody can say that they've seen any of the Sistine Chapel and have not been in complete awe, they would need to check their pulse. As far as artwork, as Americans, we are surrounded by it. Constant advertising and art are becoming one and the same. And as we said earlier, some of the sponsors for some of the great artworks from the Renaissance, now they're corporations. Same purposes, but here in America, it's 24/7. We're always being sold something, and they use art to sell, and it boils down to what do you buy?
Well, for those are very interesting comments that you've made, very insightful, and I do want to thank you for your time, and have a good night.